Good morning, children. In the last video, we have completed till chapter number 3. Okay, so now we are going to start with our fourth chapter, that is time series. So let's start with our chapter. And one more thing I want to tell you, please submit your homework PDF where I am saying now. In the given time period, you have to submit your PDF, right? Otherwise, how will you do your how you are planning? I don't know how you all are planning to do your sums. Means only concentrating in tuition, that is not enough, na? In 12th standard, you have to concentrate both in tuition as well as in class also. So please do your homework. Please submit your works to me. Okay. So be punctual in whatever you are doing. Please cooperate. Always I am saying, please cooperate, students. Okay. So today we start with our fourth chapter. So our fourth chapter is time series. Okay. So the content. Let's see the contents. First is time series introduction, meaning, importance, definition, and utility. Then comes the component of time series. Then is the time series trend, methods of measuring trend, and in that 4.31 is graphical method. In different methods are there. That is one is time series, three methods are there. One is graphical method, then is method of least square, then it is method of moving averages. So these are the three methods that we are going to study in time series. So in short, I want to tell you what is time series, children. So time series means we are calculating the time period, means in the year 2020 or in the year 2002 or in the year 1990, we are calculating the, if suppose production of wheat is there, then we are calculating the production of wheat in that time period. Okay, so that is a brief idea I have given, right? So let's start with our introduction part. What is time series? Now two related variables, I told you the variable, that is x and y, same in our previous chapters, are studied by the different methods in statistics. A special method is applied to study the dependent variable among this related variable by taking time as an independent variable. Okay, our independent variable is x and our dependent variable is y. The data related to the values of the variable changing with time are studied in economics, sociology, and business statistics. For example, population of a country, agricultural production, wholesale price index, unemployment statistics, import-export information, annual production of a certain factory, data from share market, bank interest rate, the hourly temperature measured in a city, etc. are presented with respect to the time. Means like the production or the employment rate are related with the time. I told you just now the production of wheat in the year 1990 to 2000 to 2020. So we are measuring the time period, in this much time period how much wheat are produced. Okay, so this much things we can study in time series. So this data are called the time series as they are depend on time, right? All these things are depend on time. So we are saying time series method. Meaning of time series, the statistical data collected at a specific interval of time and arranged in a chronological order. Chronological means either in ascending or in descending order is called a time series. Time series consists of values of a variable associated with time, values of a variable x and y with the time. The estimated value of this variable for the future can be obtained if the values of such a variable are studied over a long period of time. For a long period of time, if we are studying the differences variables, if we are seeing, if you want to see the differences for over a long period of time, then we are using time series method. These forecasts are very useful for future planning. For example, the direction, proportion, and pattern of variation in the population of a certain region can be known by studying its time series. Now, the necessary infrastructure, medical facilities, employment opportunities, educations can be planned for the people of this region in future. The Fluctuations in the prices of shares can be known by studying the time series of share prices of different companies, and the investors can decide about buying or selling shares, right? The temperature measured at different places and the time, as well as the data of rainfall, indicate the global changes in the weather, which is useful to inform policies for conservation of environment. In recent times, time series is extensively used in different methods of business analytics, right? Now, next paragraph, the data regarding changes in a variable at a specific time interval are shown in the time series. The data regarding the changes in the means the time period in 90 from 1990 to 2000 to 2020, whatever changes we are facing, whatever changes are happening, that we can see with the help of this time series method. Now, the unit of the time is depend on the variable under study. For example, population data are obtained every 10 years. Data about total sales tax collected are available annually. Quarterly interest are calculated in banks. Monthly profits of shops are given. The time for bacterial growth is in hours, etc. Means for certain means for some all categories different times are allotted, right? So we have to means like population we can collect after 10 years. Then like sales tax are collecting yearly. Then interest of the banks are counted quarterly, and the profit of a shop is counted monthly. So all the particular things are having a different time period. So it is fixed that shops we are calculating our profit or losses month wise, also we are calculating, year wise also we are calculating. Okay, so this is the main thing. Means in this way they are telling us how we are calculating our means that if shop is calculating the profit monthly, means like time period they are showing us in which time we are calculating the that particular thing. So macro fundamentals. See, in the year 2002 to 2003, GDP growth is 2.0, investment growth is this much, and average inflation is 3.4, and CAD is 0. So this is the one chart. For example, they have given one chart, this one. So based on this is an information of macro fundamentals. So this is also one type of example. Right now, this time series gives information about the macro fundamentals of different years, which includes growth in gross domestic product (GDP), along with the percentage investment growth, wholesale price index (WPI), and the current account deficit, that is CAD. All these things are given in this way. And decreasing child mortality rate in India over the years. This weight is given. See, in the year 1976, 1977, all this thing is given. So they what from these examples, what they are going to explain you that we are calculating these things in a year base. Means this much in this year, this much mortality rate, this much in 96 the mortality rate was 204, then it reduced to 96, then it reduced to 186, 195, then 186. Like this they are showing the time period, in which time period how much mortality rate happened. Okay, then next is the time series showing the death rate among newborn children in India over different years. So the variation comes like this. See this ups and downs. Sometimes it reduces, here it reduced, then it increased, then it reduced, then it increased. See children, what is the main concept of statistics? To collect data. Okay, that was our main concept of statistics. Collect data and to present it in such a way that the person who is seeing it be understandable by that person at one side itself. I told you in 11th standard that एक ही बार में समझ में आ जाना चाहिए वो इंक्रीज डिक्रीज सी अभी यहाँ पर हमने कुछ भी नहीं दिया हियर वी हैव नॉट seen the figure also, then also we can say that here it is increasing or here it is decreasing, that we can see from the chart, we can see from the graph. So the statistics itself says that presentation, your data should be in such a presentable way that the person whoever is seeing it is able to know in which year it is increasing and what is the condition of that. Means if it is a death rate of a newborn baby, then he has to, at one side itself, he has to know that it is increasing, decreasing. Okay, he will come to know a brief idea he might be getting. That is the main motive of our statistics, data, presentation of data. Okay, so one of that presentation is our time series also. This is all the graphs showing the time series fluctuation of times in time period, in a particular time period, whatever is fluctuating. Okay, so time series showing the average monthly maximum and minimum temperature in a, this is the minimum and the maximum temperature. Okay, now let's see the importance of a time series. Now the information collected in the form of time series is extremely essential in modern era due to the increasing uncertainties in trade and business activities. Means whatever information we are collecting just now, that will be used by by the next generation after 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they can use that data. Then the study of the time series gains importance due to the following reasons. Now, the first importance is the direction and the pattern of variation in the values of the series can be known from the past data. The direction and the pattern of the variation, that how the variation is increasing, decreasing, that is the pattern of variation, right? The values of the series can be known from the past data. From the data what we have collected, from that we can show the chart. The variation in the future can be estimated from the extent of variations in the values of the series. Important decisions can be taken from the estimated values of the future, and industrial as well as government policies can be easily framed. Means if this data, whatever we are collecting, or the graph we are presenting, that will be, I told you, that will be beneficial for our next generation, or it can be used in after 50 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years. After this many years, they can easily use that data. Okay, so two or more industrialists or government institutions can make a comparative study from the data of the time series obtained by them. Now the definition of time series. Now what is the definition? Here the definition is, see, time series is defined as a time series is a set of observation taken at a specified time period. Time series is defined as a time series is a set of observations taken at a specified time period. Understood? Means as a observations, the data we have collected, if we are decided to take the population growth in the from year 2000, 1990 to 2020, so a certain time period is fixed. So time series is a set of observations taken or the data collected at a specific time period. But the definition you have to write whatever is given in the textbook, as it is given in the textbook only. You have to write. You can't write by your own. Now, usually these observations are taken at equal interval of time. The time is taken as an independent variable in the time series, which will be denoted by the t. Time series is denoted by t, and the dependent variable associated with it will be denoted by yt. Okay. Two variables are there, one is dependent, one is independent. X is independent and Y is dependent. Okay, so here we will talk about the dependent variable, right? So the dependent variable of time series is denoted by YT, right? Thus we shall represent the time series for different units of time as follows. First will be given the T, then will be given the YT. Uses of time series. Now we will see the uses of time series. See, the variations in the variations in the variable of a time series which changes with the time are not caused by one specific reasons. The variations or the differences what you are facing now, that is not because of one specific reason. There are many different reasons for different things. Okay, the variables of a time series is influenced by various factors, and all these factors have an effect on the given variable. For example, the price of wheat in the wholesale market changes with the time due to various different reasons, such as the production of wheat at that time, demand of wheat, the cost of transportation, the cost of the at the market, etc. Each of these factors is dependent on other forces. For example, the production of wheat is affected by various factors like the weather at that time, irrigation facility, the quality of seeds. These are the different reasons given for the production, the what it is that see, the price of wheat, the differences in the price of wheat changes year after year, or likewise if it is changing, then these are the different reasons because of what the price of the wheat is changing, right? It is necessary to study the various ways in which these factors affect the variable of this time series. Such a detailed study conducted for the time series is called as the analysis of time series, which is done in the following two stages. First is to identify the various factors affecting the variables of the time series. First, you have to study the what are the different factors, what are the different reasons for changing in the price. Then is to segregate these factors and determine the extent of effects of each factors on the given variables. The analysis of time series is done in this way. In such, it is useful in trade, science, social, and political field as well. Okay. So first is it is possible to know the past situation and use it to obtain the type and measure of the variation. It is possible to estimate the value of the variable in future using statistical method. Okay, we can use it in a means we can collect the data and we can use in the future by presenting in a graph. Okay, then proper decisions can be taken for the future using the estimated values. Means if the prices are increasing tremendously, if it is increasing or decreasing, then if you want to stop that variations, then you can take a proper actions or in future. Okay, then the comparative studies can be carried out for the variation in the given variable at a different places or a time interval. We can compare, means from 1990 to 1991 or 1990 to 1995, how much differences are there in the price of wheat. Like this you can compare also. Then the estimate obtained from the past data can be compared with the present values, and the reasons for the discrepancies between them can be investigated. Okay, now see this the so next topic is the components of time series. These are the main, this is one main important point, that is the components of time series. This question is asked in the board also. What are the components of time series? Now we saw that there is a composite effect of many factors on the variable of the time series, which brings fluctuations in the variable values of variables. After observing different time series, it is known that the variations in the variable exhibit a specific pattern. The time series can be decomposed in the following components based on this pattern. First is long-term component or trend. Then is long-term component or trend. Then comes the C. This is denoted by TTT, seasonal component. Seasonal component is denoted by ST. Okay. Then comes the effect of the natural factor. Then comes the effect of the man-made factors. Then is the cyclical component, CT, and the random or irregular component, that is RT. See, these are this full see components of time series. This full you have to learn. Long-term components, this all four components you have to learn. Okay, so I will read this once. We saw that there is a composite effect of many factors on the variable on the time series, which brings fluctuations in the variable of the values of the variables. After observing this time series, it is known that the variations in the variable exhibit a specific pattern. The time series can be decomposed in the following components based on this pattern. Now, the long-term component or trend. First point is the long-term component or the trend. See that paragraph, the variation seen in the variable of a time series over a very long period of time is the effect of long-term component. The variation is seen for a very long period of time, that is called a long-term component. The variable of a time series is generally found to have a continuous increase or decrease. The phenomena is due to the trend. For example, decreasing value of the rupee in the international market, increasing the usage of mobile phones, that is all based on the trend. Okay, according to the trend, our usage increases and decreases. Okay, then rising population of the country, decreasing death rates, etc. The intermittent short-term variations are ignored as the long-term variations in the time series are studied in the trend. In the trend, in the trend line, in the time series trend, we are studying the long-term trend. We are studying the long-term variations. Okay, in time series. In this chapter, we are studying the long-term variations. The overall changes taking place in the variable of the series are considered here. The factors responsible for these changes produce a very slow pace of variation. For example, the number of literate are increasing in India. The number of literate are increasing in India, but this change is taking place slowly in the last 60 to 70 years. Generally, the causes of such variations are the changing customs in the society, changes in taste and choices of the people, technological changes in the industry, etc. Are this is because these are the reason why the number of literate here examples are given for the number of literates are increasing in India. Okay, educated number of educated people are increasing in India because of the requirement, because of the changing condition, because of the new technologies adopted. Okay, then the trend of a time series is experienced after a very long time, where long time is a completely relative term. An interval of 10 to 15 years is required to know the trend in agricultural yield or industrial production, whereas it may be a clear with 4 to 5 years in the scale of electronic goods. Means minimum 4 to 5 years, yeah, means differences of 4 5, like 90 to 1990 to 1995, from 95 to then 2000, like this 5 years, minimum 5 years differences we are taking, right? The data in economics, commerce and trade have series in which the rate of increase or decrease of the values does not remain constant. The rate of increase in the values of such series is very slow initially, which goes on increasing slowly. The values stabilize after a certain interval of time and then start decreasing gradually. The trend of the series is such a situation is said to be a non-linear or curvilinear. We will denote the component showing trend in the variable yt of the time series as tt. Okay, YT and TT. Now the short seasonal component itself says, the heading itself says that because of the season wise changes, what we are seeing means particularly one season remains for at least 3 to 4 to 5, minimum 4 months. So that much time period we are that is also a type of long term changes. So the variation occurring in the time series variable are almost regularly over a very short period of time is the effect of seasonal component. The time of oscillations of such variations is usually less than a year. I told you 3 to 4 months. It is necessary to record the short-term values in the time series to study these variations. Now it is not possible to get the information about the seasonal components if the yearly values of the given variables are available. Means if we are doing the calculation year wise, then we can't get the information of monthly basis. So the seasonal component affect the time series as follows. First is effect of natural factors, then is effect of man-made factors. Then these are the two factors, natural factors and the natural and man-made factors are the two in seasonal factors. Two different effects are there, effects of natural and man-made, right? So let's see the effect of natural factors. The variations in the value of the time series occur in association with the seasons or weather fluctuations. Such variations occur at almost regular interval. For example, the demand of fan, cooler or AC increases during summer, whereas the demand of woolen increases in winter. The market price reduces when the new crop is ready, etc. Okay, when in summer season, fan, cooler and AC demand increases. In winter season, the demand for woolen clothes increases. And when the new crop is ready, okay, whenever it is ready, it may be in bulk. So the price decreases. And as soon as the stock decreases, the price increases. This is a fluctuation we are normally seeing in the production purpose. Okay. So now, effect of man-made factors, the variations occurring regularly in less than 1 year period, are caused by the festivals, customs in the society, habits of the people, etc. For example, the purchase of ornaments increasing during the marriage seasons and kites are in demand during Uttarayan. The number of customers increase at the restaurant or theaters during weekend. Increase in the purchase of clothing and gift articles during festivals, etc. As the period of oscillation of this types of variations is almost certain, they are called regular variations. Okay, if the time and measures of these variations are known, then the traders, producers are benefited as a higher profit can be earned by a control over their inventory. We shall denote this short-term component of the time series by ST. That is the short-term component of time series, ST. Now is cyclical component. Cyclical component, I can tell you in short that the variation occurring in the time series variable at approximately regular interval or of more than 1 year are affect the cyclical base है ना, ऐसे round by round आता रहता है जो requirement. The variation occurring due to these components are less regular as compared to the seasonal. I mean, it is like the season only. The period of oscillation of these variations can be 2 to 10 years, and in specific circumstances it can be also 10 to 15 years. The cyclical component is also considered as a short-term components. That much is enough for cyclical component. Then comes the, that is denoted by CT. Cyclical component is denoted by CT. Then the random or irregular component. The effect of irregular or random component are also seen in the variations of the variable of time series in addition to the approximately regular short-term components like seasonal and cyclical, which also give short-term effect. If the values of this series changes due to the sudden unpredictable causes, the changes are called as random variations. Right? The time interval and effect of these variations is not certain. The variations which cannot be attributed to any one of the trend, then seasonal component, cyclical component is the effect of a random component. These fluctuations appear completely unexpected and are irregular. It cannot be predicted. It does repeat regularly and cannot be controlled. These variations occur due to a natural disaster like the earthquake, flood, or due to a man-made uh, predicaments like what strikes political upheavals. Now it is denoted by random component or irregular component is denoted by the RT, right? Now see the value of the variable of the time series yt is based on the time t is determined with the combined effect of trend, that is TT, seasonal component ST, cyclical component CT, and random component RT. This relation is shown as follows in the additive model. I told you in each and every chapter some models are given. So in this chapter, the additive model of the time series, additive model of time series is yt is equal to, yt is the dependent variable, that yt equal to tt, st, ct, and rt. You can't shuffle this. You can't write tt, rt, ct, st like this. You can't write. In same order you have to go. tt, st, ct, and rt. In this order only you have to write. If you are shuffling these letters now, I am not going to give you marks. So the seasonal and after this you have to write also where tt equal to trend, tt equal to trend, where yt equal to the variable of the time series yt, and time t is determined with a combined effect of trend, that is tt. Seasonal component is st, and ct is equal to cyclical component, and rt equal to random component. This much you have to write. Okay. Then comes the methods for determining trend. In that, first is the graphical method. First is the graphical method. Let's see graphical method. This is the easiest method to find a trend. Simply we have to draw the graphs. Means in the x-axis, x-axis the year we have to write, and on y-axis the variable y it might be given. Here two variables are not, x and y both are not given. Only y variable is given. So on y-axis, on y-axis you have to write the variable y, whatever is given in variable y, right? So this is the most easiest method. Now this is the easiest method to find the trend. This point are plotted on the graph paper by taking the independent variable. Now time t on x-axis. I told you time you have to write on the x-axis and dependent variable yt on the y-axis. These points are joined in their order by line segments. This shows the variation in the value of the variable. A smooth curve is then drawn through the middle of the points by personal judgment. This curve shows the trend by ignoring the short-term fluctuations in the series. The further estimates are obtained by trending the curve thus drawn. Okay. So what I told you, roughly I told you, the same thing is written in this one. On x-axis, we are writing the time, and on y-axis, we are writing the variable y. Okay, this we are writing, and the points we are plotting on the graph paper like dot. In 2000, suppose in 2001, how much is the production? That much we are first we are doing the dot, then we are joining that line. It is not a straight line; it can be a zigzag line also. Okay. So that is the first thing you have to do in the graph. Now, this much only. Then I will explain the further merits and demerits in the next video. So please read this till where I have stopped till here, till 4.3 first introduction of graphical method. Till here you have to read at least once. Okay. Then in the next video I will be explaining the merits and demerits. Then I will be starting our illustration. Okay.